Here's a question that should keep every CMO up at night. What if the channels getting credit for your conversions aren't actually the ones driving them? For years, we've been measuring how connected TV and out of home advertising drive real business outcomes: app downloads, registrations, purchases, ticket sales, footfall visits to your stores. We know these off device channels work, but there's a more fascinating story hiding in the data, and it fundamentally changes how we should think about attribution. When you look at your attribution dashboard, you're probably seeing what everybody else sees: search and social dominating your conversion reports. Facebook, TikTok, Google, they're claiming the majority of your mobile conversions. And on the surface, that makes sense. They are the last touch points before conversion, the final click that gets the credit. But here's what's actually happening. These platforms are riding the wave created by your upstream media investments. At Kochava Foundry, we have a unique vantage point. We can see not just how conversions attributed, whether to Meta, Google, or other platforms, but also which channels influence those same customers earlier in their journey. The data is stunning. When we analyzed customers who saw both CTV and search ads, CTV came first 96% of the time. 96%. That's not a trend, that's a pattern. For social, it's nearly identical. Of customers exposed to both CTV and paid social ads, CTV preceded their social engagement 94% of the time. Think about what this means. Your CTV campaigns are literally driving people to search for your brand or engage with your social content. The conversion that ultimately attributes to Google search or Facebook, it was sparked by someone seeing your ad on their living room TV. And this isn't just a CTV phenomenon. Out of home advertising demonstrates the exact same dynamic, preceding both search and social actions that result in conversions. So, what's really happening here? CTV and out of home are acting as catalysts for digital actions. They're driving mid and lower funnel outcomes, real, measurable business results. But because these conversions happen on mobile devices, often after someone searches for your brand or clicks a social ad, the attribution goes to those digital platforms. This creates a massive blind spot in how we value our media investments. If you're only looking at last touch attribution, you're dramatically undervaluing your CTV and out of home spend, while potentially overinvesting in search and social channels that are simply capturing demand you've already created. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Those search and social conversions you're celebrating, many of them wouldn't exist without your off device media creating the awareness and intent that drove people to those platforms in the first place. The takeaway is that cross-device and cross-platform measurement isn't just a nice to have. It's essential for understanding your true marketing efficiency. You need to see the complete customer journey, not just the last click. At Kochava Foundry, we've been measuring these dynamics for years, and the pattern is consistent across industries: QSR, retail, entertainment, you name it. The brands winning today aren't just asking which channel got the conversion, they're asking which channels created the conditions for that conversion to happen. Because in a world where 96% of the time your CTV or billboard ad comes before someone searches for your brand, attribution isn't just about credit, it's about understanding cause and effect. I'm Grant Simmons with Kochava Foundry, and this is why we measure what others miss. If you want to understand the true influence driving your conversions, let's talk.